May 13th and our first port day. We are at Thesseloniki. This is where we had a cruise excursion that got canceled on us. We were supposed to take a trip out to Pella, where Alexander the Great was born, and then come back and have time to tour the city here, but the cancel tour, and so now our plan is to make our way into town and take the hop-on, hop-off bus around Thessaloniki for some history tour. Disembarked at Alexander the Great cruise terminal from the Celebrity Infinity, and it's about a 28-30 minute walk to the White Tower. That's where we're gonna start today.
And the hop-on, hop-off bus start at 9:30 from the White Tower. That was the first one, and it's every 45 minutes.
Still walking to the White Tower. It's just up ahead of us in the distance, but you can also see Mount Olympus, snow-covered Mount Olympus.
Are you sure that's a Mount Olympus?
The home of the gods.
Okay, I will stop here.
The White Tower is 33.9 meters high. It's had many names over the years, including the Blood Tower as the site with the as a prison and a place of execution for long-term convicts. Blood Tower sounds more interesting than White Tower.
And the convict was watching the tower to exchange his freedom. That's why
it's climbing the 6 stories of the White Tower. So Thessaloniki was founded by the successor of Alexander the Great, named after his wife Thesseloniki, who was a half-sister to Alexander. Okay, we made it to the top. This is the view from the top.
the radio, no, the Wi-Fi.
The audio tour. The audio tour is not very easy to follow. That's a nice park.
They should add somebody more interesting to record it.
Yeah. It's a history of the city is what it is. The description is a history of the city, and it's all in Greek. It's all Greek to me. So, not sure what they're talking about.
Okay, so this is where we need to get off the next round.
Okay. This is stop 7?
Yeah.
Stop 7 on the big bus, and we are going to make a loop all the way around. So, an hour and a half, we'll be here for a while. This is the upper town. A lot of old cathedrals, and then become mosques, and then back to cathedrals. Mostly Byzantine area, but only one Byzantine area church is still actually operating.
By the way, you can see different color of rock. That probably later they try to fix it.
I said down this street is a museum and birthplace of the founder of the Turkish nation.
Actually, I write down what's his name, but I forgot.
There it is. Oh, there's the Rotunda, a Roman symbol in the background, which became a church, and then a mosque, and then a church, and now a museum.
Right here.
We've been on the bus for 2 hours and 40 minutes now, and the road to where we wanted to go was closed. I'm not sure what the bus is doing now. I don't know where we can get off.
Don't know.
We don't know if he's going to the upper town or not. Oh, we're at the arch. We're back to the Roman arch.
That's where we came down. We see these arch.
But I feel we are not going up to the upper town now, so we're waiting for him to stop so we can go ask him what's going on. All right, 3 hours. 3 hours exactly, and we are getting off. Okay, quite a long ride for what should have taken us about 2 hours, and it ended up being 3 hours exactly. So traffic and road closures, but we are somewhere. Here at what was the city wall from the 5th century until torn down in parts in the 19th century by the Ottomans as the city expanded. So which direction do we go? Okay, somebody needs to describe to me what I'm seeing here.
Turkish prison.
The
5th century.
Eptaprigo. Don't know how to say it. Okay, so I had to search and see what it is that I read about what it is that I'm seeing. It's actually a fortress that towered over the city for 1,000 years. It was first constructed in 330 AD. And most recently it was used as a prison that was closed in 1989. We're on a walk. If we make it all the way back to the ship, it's going to be about 3.5 miles, I think, or something like that, in addition to what we've already walked today. And we're walking right now along the city wall of Thesseloniki, outside of the wall, and we are walking on the other side. Next up is a cathedral, a church of something that I don't know how to pronounce. We'll have to see when we get there.
David Osios, Osios.
It's a pretty warm day. Actually, it's nice weather. It must be really hot here in the summer.
This is one of those small strips, but very steep. It's good that we are walking down instead of walking up.
Sure, you can't see it in the video, but it's really steep.
And then the car was parking on the side. It's very steep slope. I hope he's not doing the manual transmission. Now it's going down. Oh, it's more.
And there's Mount Olympus. It wasn't easy, but we found what we were looking for, the Osios David Church, which is one of the early churches in Thessalonica.
We got a good view to the bay.
Okay, this is actually a cool little church.
Stone wall.
I think they said 12th century frescoes, something like that. And some very old artwork on the wall up here. Yeah, this is interesting. The Holy Church of Saint David.
Osios David. Osio means saint. Is this where your confession room? You confess. I have seen.
Okay, we found the Roman Forum. It said it was actually discovered accidentally in 1961 when they were going to build a courthouse here, so this is called Courthouse Square. And in 1961 they discovered the ruins of the Roman Forum.
It's two layers.
They mentioned there were 2 baths found. One is buried under the city. There is a theater complex right here where they had gladiator fights, and a 2-tiered stoa on the other side.
Is that a bath?
Where they had their agora. And this is it.
I'm not going to pay 10 euros.
The Roman Forum that was actually built on top of a 2nd century BC agora area, said from the Greeks.
Agora means market. Public market.
They found this 1961.
So we are at the Rotunda of Galerius, built in the early 4th century, so 300s. They said likely as a pagan temple, and then later, very soon after, turned into a Christian church in honor of Constantine. And then in 1400s converted to a mosque after the Muslims take over, and it operated as a mosque until 1912, the liberation. And so obviously the tower is when it was turned into a mosque. With the rotunda in the background, now I come to Galerius Arch. We filmed this from the bus earlier, but let's get a closer look at it. And some of the inscriptions. Pretty cool inscriptions. A little more worn down on this side. So, dates to the early 4th century, I think it said.
This is the same guys.
Now we are at the Hagia Sophia metro station, and as they were digging the metro, they found this. And they said they ended up, you know, without destroying the ruins, they dug the metro about 100 feet deeper than they had planned. I think they said 31 meters. And they went all under this. But this is very cool, just at the metro stop.
But we are going to Hagia Sophia, the church.
Yeah, we actually walked the wrong way, but even though I'm tired, I don't regret it. Very cool. Okay, this is where we were meant to be when we ended up at the metro stop of the Hagia Sophia. This is the Church of the Hagia Sophia. Is this the largest one? Is this the largest church? So the Hagia Sophia was built in the 7th or 8th century on the ruins of an early Christian church. So there was a church here even earlier, but this church dates to the 7th to 8th century. The Church of Hagia Sophia, dedicated to Christ, the Word and wisdom of God. A little more peaceful, come down here instead of being on the street. Thesseloniki is a big, busy, bustling town. A lot of college students, it seemed. 90,000 students. 90,000 students at the University of Aristotle. Yellow flowers.
That's pretty
to match the painting of the church. It looks like tile inlaid in the ceiling. No, I forgot what it's called, but in one of the tour guides we were listening to, they said to buy the triangle stuff. And we saw this in a bakery, very flaky looking, sweet looking triangle stuff, and thought I would buy one. And it's loaded with cream and with almonds on top.
So what is it called?
What's it called? I don't know.
Can you take a picture?
We'll have to look it up.
See what it's called?
Okay, so I finished my dessert and I had to look it up. It is called the Trigonia Paramatos, traditional pastry from the outskirts of Thessalonica, crispy, buttery, triangular cone, soaked in syrup and filled with creamy custard. 10 out of 10. Very good dessert.
No, it's too sweet.
It was good.
Too sweet, only the crust.
2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10.
No, only the crust is good. Inside the creamy is too sweet. Crust, I will just buy
10
the
out
crust
of 10.
only.
I'm glad we found it. I should buy another one. We're back at the White Tower again. This time we're gonna go take a walk down the water side to the giant statue of Alexander the Great.
With a horse.
If we don't get rained on The forecast was for a chance of rain after 3 o'clock, and it's getting windy and we're feeling sprinkles. The rain is here right on schedule.
3?
It's 4 o'clock right now, almost 4. And the rain is supposed to be starting at 3 p.m. So now we get to run back to the boat in the rain.
I got a red jacket. I'm too hot to wear it.
There's the ship over there. It's gonna be about a 20 or 30 minute walk. Oh, I didn't bring my raincoat today. I took a chance and I lost because we are soaked.
And now I have to carry the camera.
And that's where Mount Olympus should be, right there. It's gone. No Mount Olympus view on the way back.
And I look funny. I look like a hunchback.
But on our way back to the ship,
Look at my hunchback.
you look like a marshmallow, not a hunchback. Pink marshmallow.